Because good writing is about taking what's in your head and making it come alive in someone else's imagination. What kind of words are those? They're verbs. Interesting verbs. Ducked, pumped, punched, inhaled. Interesting verbs create clear imagery and powerful action. People say that a picture is worth 1,000 words, but there are some words that are worth 1,000 pictures. Like the word Shaggy. What color is his shirt?
Green.
What color is his pants?
Brown.
Brown. What color of the dog was the dog? Or what's the name of the dog he's got with him? Scooby, right? What are they always hungry for?
Scooby snacks.
Scooby snacks, you know. And what does the evil guy always say at the end of the episode after he's been captured?
Gotten away with it.
I would have gotten away with it if it hadn't been for you meddling kids, right? We know all this stuff. And like, whoa, you even like know what he sounds like. So I said, let's get out of here, Scoob. There's ghosts in here. Oh, right, let's go. Very quick. Right? You know all that stuff. And just by me saying the word Shaggy, you got that recollection in your mind. So if you use words that have shape, color, names of places, things that are familiar to you in your writing, you will generate instant images because you're drawing on someone else's imagination. Here are the rules. Everybody got something to write with? I want you to be ready to write. You're going to have 5 minutes. Only 5 minutes. I'm going to give you 4 words. You're going to have to figure out how to connect them together because they're not going to seem like they connect at all. They're going to seem like they're totally random or whatever. You can write about anything you want to. You can write a story, a poem, whatever. You have my permission to write badly. If the first thought that comes into your brain is just an awful sentence, write it out. Sometimes you got to get out the poop to get to the good stuff, okay? So write fast. The key is to write fast. You have to try and fill up a whole sheet of paper in 5 minutes. All right? So don't worry about whether it's good or not. Just write the first stuff that comes into your mind. Okay? So, here we go. The first word that I'm going to give you is curtains. The second word that I'm going to give you is piano. The third word that I'm going to give you is fire. And the last word that I'm going to give you is hippopotamus. And I'm not going to tell you what inspired that word choice. All right, there we go. Use interesting verbs. Nouns that have shape, color, names of places, things that are familiar. Okay, stop. All right, good job. Who wrote something that was just crazy and nutty and ridiculous? Okay, you want to read yours? No, you read it.
I was sitting in the living room.
That is hilarious. You can do it. No, you have to read it.
Playing with the curtains while I went to play piano with a piece of cheese. The piano burst into flames and I screamed, "Fire, fire." I ran into the cove in my backyard and got my pet hippopotamus, but I couldn't carry it, so I ran back into the house to get my gurney. When the fire department got there, I died.
Good fireman.
And my hippo cried. It was unsatisfying. I went to heaven and ate chicken house fried.
Nice. Great job. Okay, good job. Give her a hand. Okay, so I want to point some things out to you in this, in that, well, I guess I'll just hold this. Okay, so number 1 is, you notice it comes alive. Of course, in your mind, you're already laughing because you know it's coming. But when you're playing piano with a piece of cheese. Notice the familiar plus the unexpected. What do you usually play piano with? Not cheese. Okay? Play with your fingers. But then she starts adding these things start happening, right? There's action use, good verbs and stuff like that, right? And so we can follow along, we can see the action happening because you're using good descriptive verbs in there. And then you're also using interesting nouns, right? You got your hippo crying. What the heck? You know, the fire department, when they arrived, you died. Instead of them saving you, you end up dying. You know, great job, guys. Okay? And that's funny because when something doesn't fit, but it belongs, that's where comedy is born. Good writing. It's really good writing. Do you write a lot? No. Well, you should, because you're a good writer.
It's really weird.
Well, that's fine. Hers was weird too.
I just kind of wrote.
I gave you weird words.
Wait. The long curtains draped towards the floor that came towards the piano. The man that was playing it was surrounding himself with fire. As the music went on, the fire brightened. He was almost trying to make a shape out of the fire. To me, it just looked like a hippopotamus. As I tiptoed towards the piano, my anxiety expanded. I was paralyzed at the sight. And if approaching it wasn't bad enough, he started chanting my name. He added something else besides my name and in the chant, but I couldn't really tell but I couldn't understand it.
Nice. Okay. Really good job. Now, notice when he says how good the sentence is, as I tiptoed toward the piano, my anxiety expanded. Notice how concise that is? Now, contrast that. There's another sentence that you wrote about something the man was surrounding himself with, something else. Let's read that sentence again.
The man that was playing it was surrounding himself with fire.
The man that was playing it was surrounding himself with fire. That sentence isn't as good as I tiptoed toward, my anxiety expanded, because all those was's in there, anytime you hear a was, an is, and are, most of the time, it's boring in your writing. Okay? So all you have to do is you can go to that one sentence that was a little bit more boring, and you can just say, the man surrounded himself with fire. Instead of, the man that was playing it was surrounding himself with, and make it active. And that'll make that sentence even better. You know, but it's really good. You know, it's this crazy, wild story. And then every time you get into the place where you're saying, you know, I tiptoed towards the piano, and as I tiptoed towards the piano, my anxiety expanded. Right? See, there's no extra words in there. So anytime you get those extra words like was and is and are, and then even other extra adjectives that you don't need, you can just get rid of them, and you'll go back and clean it up and make it even better. That was really good. Really good job. You guys are good writers.